In a world where dreams are chased and passions are pursued, one young man embarks on a journey that will change his life forever. Meet Gojo Sasaki, a charming and quirky recent college graduate who finds himself at a crossroads. With a degree in hand but no job prospects in sight, Gojo stumbles upon a podcast that sparks his interest in the world of wine.
And that's how you can distinguish a Chardonnay from a Sauvignon Blanc. Thanks for listening to Wine for Unintelligent Losers. See you next time where we try to teach you something about wine that you're probably too dumb to understand in the first place.
You know what? I've had it. I'm gonna become a wine sommelier. Gojo rushes to his computer and starts researching wine tasting notes. He jots down a few ridiculous descriptions. A hint of freshly mowed grass in the evening, with a touch of dirty leather and a whisper of Grandma's attic. Perfect! Kenji enters the room, tripping over a wine bottle. Whoa, dude! What's with all the bottles? Are you going through something? Trying to drink yourself out of unemployment or what? No, Kenji. I've got a plan. I'm going to become a wine sommelier. You? A sommelier? Bruh, the only reason you know the difference between red and white wine is because one is red and one is white. Boring. I'll just convince everyone that I'm an expert. How hard can it be? I don't know, man. This seems like a recipe for disaster. Have a little faith, my friend. With my charm and your support, we'll be swimming in cash in no time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the world of wine. I am your guide, Gojo Sasaki, and I will be leading you on a journey through the vineyards of the world.
He's so dreamy. I want to be his +1.
Now, let's start with this exquisite red wine. Take a moment to appreciate its deep, mysterious color. It's like staring into the eyes of a forbidden lover. The audience swoons. Naoko fans herself.
My heart.
Yes, I'm getting notes of freshly picked gooseberries, a hint of wet granite, and a whisper of danger. This wine is not for the faint of heart. The audience cheers for him, impressed beyond belief. Kenji, in the back of the room, covers his face with his hands as he can't help but be slightly disappointed, or maybe even slightly impressed by Gojo. And now let's move on to this crisp white wine. It's like a melted ice cream on a hot summer day, with a touch of cat pee and a dash of je ne sais quoi. The audience instantaneously gives Gojo a round of applause, and Naoko nearly faints. Gojo's journey as a fake wine sommelier began. His charisma and outrageous descriptions had his customers, especially the ladies, falling head over heels for him. But little did he know that his world was about to be turned upside down by a certain reservation. The same night, Gojo's laying on the floor of his apartment, scrolling through his social media, enamored by the glowing reviews and rather inappropriate invitations by some of his customers. Look at this, Kenji. They love me. I'm that guy. Dude, most of these comments are just thirsty women talking about your looks and begging you to marry them. Or like other inappropriate things we should not talk about on YouTube. Whatever brings in the reservations. Speaking of which, money. Let's see, Haruka Merlada. That's a pretty unique name. I wonder if she'll be as into me as that Naoka chick. Merlada. Doesn't that sound kind of like pizza and pasta to you? Huh? What do you mean? Like French or something? Bro, you're a lost cause. Pizza and pasta are Italian. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, relax, Kenji. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? As Gojo's fake wine classes continued to attract more and more customers, a new student was about to turn his world upside down. The scene opens with Gojo in the middle of a class, holding a glass of wine and speaking in a fake French accent.
And this, my dear students, is a vintage Bordeaux from the heart of France. It's like a passionate kiss from a lover you never met.
The audience sighs dreamily. Suddenly, the door opens and Haruka Merlada enters, carrying her own wine-tasting equipment.
Wow! A passionate kiss from a stranger? I usually prefer my wine without a side of cringe.
Haha, quite the character I see. Welcome, welcome, and who might you be, mon chéri?
The name's Haruka Merlota. I just got off the plane from Italy. I'm here to learn from the master himself.
That's me. Let's start with a tour of the world's vineyards, shall we?
Gojo leads Haruka and the class through a series of ridiculous descriptions and exaggerated gestures, pretending to be in different countries.
And here we are in the rolling hills of Tuscany, where the grapes are kissed by the sun and serenaded by the gentle hum of Italian love songs.
Haruka raises an eyebrow, but decides to remain silent.
Look at the time. I'm afraid that's all for today, my friends. Bravi tutti!
As the last of the students filed out of the classroom, Gojo found himself alone with the enigmatic Haruka Merlada. The air was thick with tension as he approached her, his heart pounding in his chest.
So, Haruka, what did you think of the class?
Haruka took a sip of the final wine, a smirk playing on her lips. She savored the moment, letting Gojo squirm under her piercing gaze.
Well, well, well. A Pinot Noir from the Valley in Oregon. I'm impressed you managed to stumble upon a decent wine, considering your interpretive sommelier skills.
What do you mean?
Oh, please. Notes of cat pee and rotted pear? I've heard better stories from my drunk uncle at Christmas dinner.
Gojo felt the heat rising in his cheeks. He knew he had been caught, but there was something about Haruka's wit and confidence that drew him in.
I'll have you know I'm actually an expert. I got my degree from printing it online. Listen, Haruka, I have a confession to make. I'm not actually a trained sommelier. I've been faking it all this time.
I know. It was obvious from the moment you started butchering those accents.
So, are you going to expose me?
Not so fast. I have a proposition for you. But only because you might be slightly handsome or something. Become my private student, and I'll teach you the ways of wine. But if you fail the blind tasting, I'll expose your secret in a way that will make your French accent seem like a minor embarrassment.
Gojo's eyes widened. A glimmer of hope sparked within him. But he knew the stakes were high.
And if I pass?
Then we'll create our own wine empire. And I might even consider going on a date with you. But don't get your hopes up.
They sealed the deal with a pinky swear, a gesture that seemed oddly fitting for the bizarre situation they found themselves in. Suddenly, the shrill sound of Haruka's phone pierced the air.
Ciao, Nonna Bella. See, I've met an interesting specimen. No, he's not Italian, but he does have a knack for butchering accents. What? You're coming to Japan to judge him? Fantastic! I'll make sure to stock up on espresso and practice my hand gestures.
Haruka hung up, an amused glint in her eye. She turned to Gojo, her expression a mix of mischief and warning.
Brace yourself, Gojo. My nonna, the wine queen, is coming to put you through the ringer.
And with that, Haruka turned on her heel and sauntered out of the classroom, leaving Gojo to ponder his fate and the unexpected turn his life had taken. As Gojo and Haruka embark on their wine-filled adventures, they find themselves growing closer with each passing day. Haruka, ever the patient teacher, guides Gojo through the intricacies of the wine world, occasionally scolding him for his mistakes with a playful glint in her eye.
Gojo, you lovable idiot. Are you even listening to me?
Hey, at least I didn't confuse a Chardonnay with a Sauvignon Blanc this time.
Meanwhile, Naoko's infatuation with Gojo reaches new heights as she attends every class, going to increasingly outrageous lengths to capture his attention.
Gojo! Oh, Gojo! You're the wine to my cheese! Without you, my heart feels like a stale baguette.
Naoko, that's, very creative of you. But maybe we should focus on the lesson.
Unbeknownst to Gojo and Haruka, Panino and Tonino is plotting to sabotage their budding relationship.
I'll show Gojo who the real wine expert is. When I'm done with him, he'll be begging me for forgiveness.
However, Panino's plans backfire spectacularly, often leaving him in embarrassing situations.
I meant to do that. It's a new method of wine tasting. Total immersion.
As the day of the blind taste test approaches, Gojo's nerves are on edge. To make matters worse, he has a hilarious allergic reaction to Kenji's new cologne.
Kenji, what is that smell? You smell like a skunk who ate too many grapes.
It's my new signature scent. Ode to Desperation.
I thought it might help me find a girlfriend.
As Gojo takes his seat, blindfolded and sporting a cute bow tie, his heart races. Haruka and Bella Merlada watch intently, their expressions unreadable.
Alright, Gojo. Let's start with this one. Take your time and remember to use all your senses.
Gojo takes a deep breath, trying to calm his nerves. He swirls the wine, takes a sniff, and immediately draws a blank.
Oh no, it's happening. I can't smell anything. Is this a Pinot Noir or a Syrah? I can't tell the difference.
As he takes a sip, he closes his eyes, desperately trying to recall Haruka's lessons. Suddenly, a memory of their time together flashes through his mind.
Remember, Gojo, Pinot Noir is like a ballerina, elegant, delicate, and light on its feet. Syrah is more like a flamenco dancer, bold, spicy, and full of passion.
With renewed confidence, Gojo makes his decision.
This wine is a Pinot Noir from America. It has notes of cherry, raspberry, and a hint of earthiness. Like the time we went truffle hunting and I fell face first into the dirt.
Haruka and Bella exchange surprised glances. Gojo continues identifying each wine with growing assurance, using funny mnemonics and puns to describe the flavors and aromas.
This one is easy. It's like the time Haruka tried to teach me the Tarantella, and I ended up kicking over a case of Barolo. It's a Nebbiolo from Piedmont, Italy, with notes of tar, roses, and the faint aroma of Haruka's disappointment.
As Gojo removes his blindfold, he anxiously awaits the verdict. Haruka and Bella, their faces breaking into wide smiles, applaud his success.
Mwah, mwah.
Bravo! Ragazzo mio! You've proven yourself worthy of our family's wine secrets. Come to Italy, and we teach you how to make the wine the old-fashioned way, with your feet. Gojo, you've come so far. I think you deserve a special reward.
She leans in, giving him the traditional Italian greeting, but surprises him with a kiss on the lips. Panino, disguised as a potted plant, looks on in shock.
Haruka, my love! I've always had feelings for you.
Panino, I appreciate your dedication to wine, but my heart belongs to another.
With that, Gojo and Haruka embrace, their laughter echoing through the classroom as they celebrate their shared love for each other in the wonderful world of wine. 2 weeks after, Gojo and Haruka start dating. We find them celebrating Gojo's new skills by sharing a bottle of champagne.
Cheers to us.
To us, you big goofball.
Quando il matrimonio?
So, what'd you think? Let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.